Okay, good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to branding meeting. This is 16 June, and I have quite a lot interesting topic that I like to discuss. And we have a new member here. We have Farhan, finance analyst from PI, and then Celine for shadowing. Okay, not that. And then Jocelyn become my secretary. Okay, wait. Okay, dah ya. Okay, I will lead this meeting. Uh, First thing first, before we start, I like to give some apa ya, some quick topic, pretty interesting topic that me and Mr. Singh just discussed about this afternoon. If you guys can scroll down a little bit about the awareness inspection. Nah, on the awareness inspection, turun ke bawah on the a little bit down there. You guys see my what's called my pointer. Okay, these are the uh, like a blind spot that we currently have. So if we are talking about the branding, it means that we're talking about for the whole company. So for the guest, partner, and employee. I mean, not about from our side, but what consumer or audience touch point. Okay, so for example, on the guest spot, the first thing first, guest is looking at our listing, right? At our front page of listing. They will see our listing title, the photo, and the our logo. So that's the first touch point that guests will receive. After that, they will contact us through inquiry or booking confirm into the what's called the conversation between our reservation team, and this can be happen into both sides. First, the guest will take a look our general profile, or the next one they will receive our email, Airbnb email, and after that the guest will uh, log in into the guest portal, and then from the guest portal they have received a lot of information, and then what's next. That I think that's a big blind spot that currently we have. So at the moment we always talking about from our perspective, how to create the Airbnb listing, how description should we create, how the title looks like, what is the photo arrangement looks like. This is from our uh, perspective, okay? But we still unable to track what is the guest currently receive. Jadi kayak selama ini tuh kita kita bikin konten ya berdasarkan pemikiran kita, berdasarkan ide-ide kreatif dari kita. Kita kayak masih apa ya istilahnya belum belum bisa mapping kalau orang beneran booking lewat Bukit Vista itu tuh jurninya kayak gimana. Now, for example, if the guests already booked with us and then they uh, order uh, order a car or pick up service from the airport, and then what is the driver looks like? Are they will use the Bukit Vista T-shirt, or what is the identity that we use on that? So this is the big conversation, big topic that we like to discuss for the whole company. But for this opening session, I'd like to apa namanya memulai memikirkan pelan-pelan to everyone. Jadi kalau ngomongin brand itu ya secara keseluruhan aja, nggak cuma yang ada di website kita, sosial media, listing, nggak cuma di situ aja, tapi kalau tamu beneran nge-booking itu tuh yang mereka terima di HP itu tuh munculnya apa? Nah, itu yang pengen aku tanamkan di sini. selain itu juga, well, for partner side, okay. So what is the partners apa namanya partners receive? Usually they only receive the touch point only group WhatsApp. Okay, so how how the way we talk to partner, how is the financial report looks like, how is the report looks like. Nah itu harus diselaraskan dengan branding. But now we doesn't have really clear branding to the partner touch point. So I think this is will be a big discussion, but once again, everyone, I think you guys can start thinking now. Okay, how is the branding should be looks like. Okay, that's just the introduction. Now let's start with the real case that we currently facing right now. We have uh, three three inspiration, guest spot, partner spot, and employee spot. If you guys can scroll up a little bit, naik ke atas sedikit. Nah, okay. On the guest spot, we will talking about Airbnb profile description and Airbnb guidebook. Okay. Why I bring up this topic, because I think this is one of our strong touch point that guests first time take a look on our product on Airbnb, right? So after they take a look on listing, then they will take a look our profile. Kan kita punya 12 profile Airbnb. Nah, not everyone, not all of them are well maintained. Some of them is use old description, some of them not relevant anymore. And then let's discuss this together to get the apa namanya, the feedback, the conclusion. So we have a new template. My expectation from this meeting is we will have a new template of Airbnb description that applicable to all of the our account. So we have a strong branding, we have a strong apa namanya story to convince the guest to apa namanya ya intinya gimana caranya kita menulis host profile itu biar brandingnya kuat gitu dan bisa applicable to all of our. Okay, let's start from the guest spot session first. I will give 5 minutes for everyone to give opinions or sticky notes for the Airbnb profile description. To everyone, just simply put your thought there. Thoughts there. Okay. Okay, welcome, Felix.
Iya kak.
Okay, I want to answer Kak Wi's comment on my comment. So I think there should be a limit to what should be a template. I mean, like the company introduction should be a template, but then like the rest of the profile, they can customize it on their own. But maybe we should like determine what should be explained.
Yes, yes.
Understood, Gerald.
Founded by betul. Jadi the first paragraph, the first opening is for general about the company, but after that we should uh, customize for a little bit personas, right? Okay, to Farhan and Felix, you guys can also contribute to the discussion on the Miro as well by putting some comment on sticky notes or just comment on the material that we attach on 16 June paling kanan.
How do I can create the sticky notes? Is it I just click the note?
On the left side you will found the sticky note apa namanya.
Oh, okay.
Nah,
Yeah.
kita bikin terus tulis-tulis aja gitu. Jadi
Okay.
kayak ibarat ini papan tulis gitu.
Arani, I want to ask a question.
Yes, yes.
So if you look at the very most left Airbnb profile
Mhm.
that we are commenting right now, would it be beneficial if if the button that we add in the MMP page leads to this page? I mean, like, should can this work as like our portfolio, or is it like still too unclear?
Sorry, Gareth, can you repeat the question again?
Okay, so if you look at the very left Airbnb profile,
Uh,
yeah, what if we add a button in our MMP page as my like my previous stated idea, and then the button leads to this page? Will this page
oh,
act as our portfolio, or is it like still not clear enough?
that's could be a good portfolio, Gareth. Yes.
Because like I do consider like we have like lots of Airbnb profile right now, but
Mhm.
then like I want to use like one to like represent the others. That's why
Oh,
I asked you that. Yeah.
okay, okay. Yeah, yeah, sure, sure. You can put the most left ya, paling kiri ya. That is the highest review that we have. Yes, and the oldest profile since 2005. Okay, I think the time is up. Let's discuss on every ideas. Okay, the green one is from Gerard. Maybe combine the founded by paragraph with the paragraph above. The introduction to the video is a bit scattered. Yes, I agree that it's not well maintained. It's a bit messy. And then we can add a template for this paragraph and make it uniform. Yes, that's what I'm talking about. So how to make at least one or two paragraph as the main apa namanya main information that applicable to all of the profiles. Right? Okay, good one, Garrett. And then BV intro, vision and mission, and then add that we are the most credible property manager. Sure, sure. The most credible. Okay. And then I'm blah 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 from BV as something personal, the host profile personal, and then call to action. What is the call to action looks like, Garrett?
I think we can simply like use the one that is already been used, like the one right now. Are you interested to market our villa with us? Well, yeah, I think the sentence still can be improved, but uh, I think the CTA should also have a link that leads to our website also.
Yeah, yeah, I
Yeah.
agree. So, but do you think it's not sounds very sangat apa sih terdengar sangat apa ya interested gitu nggak sih?
Mm,
What do you think, Jocelyn? The call to action. Are you interested?
Uh, I think instead of "Are you interested?" blah blah blah, maybe say something like "Want to be a part of us." So,
Hmm,
nggak not so dire. Like we want you to be interested in us. We can market it, but like, do you want to be a part of the Bukit Vista team atau ya be a part of us? Gitu.
nice,
It's
nice,
more kayak ngajak gitu.
nice. Yes, correct. Betul, betul.
oh, Kak Kani, another idea, Kak. Maybe instead of like offering ourselves, instead of asking, maybe we should like offering, like maybe like this is our solution to your problems, maybe something like that.
Oh, solution for your property. Okay. Yeah. Okay, so we have several ideas here that probably everyone agree, and then we have a call to action again, and then the question is who will execute this idea. I mean, not apply to all of Airbnb profile, but just create the template first. uh, Garrett, are you interested to working on this?
Sure, Kak. When is the deadline? Yeah.
Let's say on the Friday, no, Saturday, and then
Saturday.
perhaps we
Okay.
can take a look again on Sunday, Monday on the awareness meeting.
Awareness meeting in spec ya. Oke, noted.
Want to become part of us, and then apa lagi satunya tadi?
Yang solution Kak.
Solution. Offer the solution. Okay. Solution. Okay. Does anyone have another opinion? I think
Question Mas Gani.
yes.
Are we really going to let them contact us through IG? Is that the best channel for them to contact us?
Yes, we are not use Instagram anymore, so that's why we are thinking to direct them to our website. What do you think, Jesslyn?
I'm not sure because I've never written it on the profile, but I think links don't work as well, right? You need to copy paste them manually.
Gimana? Copy paste?
Link itu nggak bisa diklik kan kalau di Airbnb.
Iya, nggak bisa.
Harus di copy paste. But if it's too long, kalau banyak yang belakang-belakangnya link itu kan nanti jadinya kayak nyemak gitu kan. If you want to put the link, yeah, I think we can, but put it as short as possible. Don't want to the main page atau gimana gitu, nothing too long. So people can still remember while they type atau they can still copy it gitu aja sih.
Yeah. Okay, noted, Jesslyn. Thank you very much. I'm curious about the Kak opinion. It's lack of personal thoughts. What is personal thoughts looks like on your mind, Kak?
I just answered the Gareth comment, and actually Gareth already answer to me also. It's he said that we can make template for the paragraph, right?
Uh-huh.
I think it's also the Jing Wayan and the Bukit Vista team want to make your trip. I mean, I thought uh, all of them going to be the same. So yeah, so that's for me it's lack of personal touch. If uh, what I mean by personal touch is like this is the Jing Wayana profile, right? So it
Huh?
has to be talking about Jing and Wayana, and the beside it is Jing's only profile, so it's only talking about Jing, something like that. Do you get it?
So, oh, okay, okay, okay.
Yeah, I think it's a just misconception of what Gareth talking about.
Let's see. Okay, not that, not that. Yeah, thank you, Kak Wei. And then from Farhan, company profile, first paragraph more briefly, second paragraph, or vision and vision. Okay, Farhan, what is the company profile should looks like? Under my-
I think we just can tell more uh, briefly and directly
Mhm.
what is our uh, core business, and
Okay,
also in the second paragraph, I think we just can say directly our what is our vision and mission.
I see.
I think we don't need to say again. It's in my opinion. Yeah, I think like we are a startup here on the island of Bali, because I think the people when look at our company, it's already know because the location is in Denpasar.
See, oh yeah. Bahkan property manager is haven't mentioned it yet ya on the profile. So
Yeah.
so that you made that briefly in information about the company profile. Okay. Garrett, have you take some notes there?
Sure. Thank you, thank you.
Okay. Okay. I think just that for the first topic that we brought. Okay. Great example personalization. Okay. Makes us feel like that again. Oh, okay. So Jesselyn just got the point about what Kak meant to say. I think on the personalisasi itu maksudnya kayak gimana? Itu kan bisa dilihat kayak on the Jing profile on the middle. So I'm a begin life as a Asian American engineer, then come to Bali, bla bla bla. Itu kan maksudmu kan Kak kan? Jadi benar-benar kisah personal. Kalau ya oke, got it. We use template for the example start. Okay, Kaira, well not. Okay, yes, good example. Jadi menurutku Gerard nggak perlu bikin ulang sih, tapi cukup dilihat satu persatu terus mix and match gitu aja sih Gerard. Kayak nggak perlu itu. I think, okay.
Mix and match. Kayak gimana kak ya maksudnya?
Mix and match itu maksudnya, okay, we have kalau semua profil kita kumpulkan nih, kita kayaknya sudah punya uh, uh, copywriting yang bagus, cuman kayak nggak nggak konsisten dan messy gitu loh, berantakan.
Hmm.
Kita tuh cuma butuh bikin template buat paragraf 1-2 tentang company profile, and then vision and mission perhaps. Nah, baru yang ketiga ini personal.
Nah, memang masukku juga gitu. Jadi di
Ya.
template itu yang benar template cuman awalnya doang.
Yes, okay, okay, that's it. Okay, thank you everyone for giving the opinion for the Airbnb profile description. That's the biggest touch point for the branding, right? So we have to take care of it. Okay, next continue. We have an Airbnb guidebook. My biggest question is how Airbnb guidebook can help us to improve our guest review score for location. Siapa ya yang ngesain ini ya? Felix ngesain bukan? Bukan ya? Guidebook ya? Siapa Felix?
Nope.
Siapa ya itu ya? Dudu. Bukan. Sharon sama yang automation yang bikin automationnya tuh Felix bukan? Aku kok.
Sorry, aku bikin guidebook yang 3 pertama itu, Kak. Yang
Ya.
Bingin,
Oke, yes.
Jogja sama.
Oke. Dan itu bisa di automation untuk dimasukkan ke dalam
Schedule message.
Oh, bisa ya? Oh, wow.
Bisa karena bisa diambil link gitu, Kak. Link
Ah.
guidebooknya bisa dimasukin.
Oke. Tapi kalau kita bikin misal 10 guidebook buat 10 area gitu, itu gimana nanti? Jadi panjang banget tuh automationnya. Gitu ya?
Actually seharusnya gampang sih, cuma butuh initial effort aja.
Oke.
Mungkin
Oke, no
2
worries.
jam.
Oke. Oke.
Dia di-connect tergantung ke properti, ke listingnya kok, Mas. So if it's kayak guidebook Lebalangan, it's only connected to the chats for listings yang ada di Lebalangan, if I'm not mistaken. Soalnya it's already ongoing and I think like 10 guidebooks already in the automated section.
Nice. Tapi aku sempat nemu nih, I have a inspect guidebook Balangan itu masuk ke listing Nusa Penida. Nah, itu.
Iya,
Nah,
masih yang Balangan karena kemarin itu masih apply untuk all listing, jadi belum dipilih listing yang cocok gitu.
I see. Oke, itu pekerjaan belakangan, tapi yang penting kita bikin guidebooknya dulu gitu ya. Benar nggak sih?
Iya.
Oke. On the Airbnb guidebook, everyone please take a look real quick. So
anyway, Kak,
ya.
Saya bisa leave, Kak, soalnya ada yang urgent, nggak tahu dari operational.
Oh, oke, noted, Felix.
Oke, sorry, Kak.
Thank you for coming, Felix.
Oke, Kak, thank you.
Okay, everyone, continue on the Airbnb guidebook. This is the looks like is still very rough ya, Jesselyn ya, masih simple banget. I take a look on the Bukit Vista Balangan guidebook, only sightseeing and only surfing, but we still can explore a little bit more about that. And then there are some findings from Sharon there. You guys can see it. Outstanding Airbnb guidebook kategori. Itu ada makanan, sightseeing, nightlife, arts and culture, parks, shopping, macam-macam. Okay, I think this is already well structured. We can use Sharon findings to develop more guidebook gitu ya. Okay. But I'm thinking who can help Sharon to make this guidebook ya. Mungkin Kak W bisa dibantu. So just experiment, create one of guidebook. Misal daerah mana yang paling kamu hafal? Canggu misal. Nah, Kuta, Ubud. Ya, whatever lah place that you currently sering didatengin, and then follow the Sharon finding there, how to create good guidebook. Coba bikin satu, terus kita lihat bareng-bareng nanti hasilnya seperti apa. If we consider, okay, this is one of good example guidebook, and then we can duplicate it into another area, itu ya Kak ya. But let's start from first area.
Okay, I'll try.
Yes.
Deadline-nya, Mas?
Let's make it same on the Saturday. Okay, I saw Jesselyn just share something. Jesselyn, can you share with us what is it?
Ini only an overview sih, because there are some regions that have already that they have already worked with. Jadi kayak just to make sure kayak what Kak W will be working later is not exactly apa sih namanya, not the same location as what has already been made, supaya nggak 2 kali kerja gitu loh.
So we already have Canggu ya.
Itu dilihatnya di mana tuh?
If you go to the usual Airbnb page, you go to inbox, and then there, if you click the three lines on the left side of the page, there is scheduled messages. Just open that one.
Jocelyn, my question.
Oh.
Kalau misal Canggu recommendation list, nah itu where we can see in the recommendation?
No, actually I don't know. I'm not the one working for this. Jadi I have no visibility and I've never opened it before. Wait. Let me check if I can see.
Yeah, okay.
They give it kayak a long description. So it's not a link that we can go to, but they just give kayak a recommendation, one sacred monkey forest, for example, if this is Ubud, and then there's another place, Campuan Bridge Walk and 3, there's Saraswati Temple. So still in text form, not yet with pictures atau a guidebook gitu loh.
Jadi masih dalam berbentuk paragraf teks saja ya?
Yes, exactly.
Dan itu ada di automation message gitu ya? See, okay. So I think Kak W, you still have a lot of things to explore about the guidebook. Jadi masih simpel banget kan ya, yang saat ini itu masih simpel. Okay, Jocelyn, thank you for sharing with us. Let's continue to the partner spot. Okay, we have quite interesting Google Ads consultation for optimization nodes. Okay, perhaps Garrett, can you give a brief information to us?
Yeah, so yesterday, Kak Gadi and I, and also with some customer support, I believe from Google, we did a meeting together, and then we discussed what can be optimized from our ads. So this is actually like very technical things. So I included a few pictures like the optimization score, what does it look like, the ad strength, and the search term, so that you guys can have a picture of what it looked like. So this is basically like a list of what we should do and what we should not do in terms of setting up Google Ads. I already updated this in my Google Ads guideline as well, just in case if there is someone else in the future that will join me in using this campaign. So basically, now Google is updating their policy. Now this is the important thing, guys. Sometimes Google update their policy and then there is no clear news about it. So the news policy that is very important is this: the ad optimization score must be above 80. So that is something that we should take into account. And sometimes when not sometimes, I mean, if there is a violation in the ads, Google can suspend your account. So you guys should be careful about that. So maybe that is all that I can explain. In terms of the things that are related to branding, probably it's the ad strength, yeah, the one at the middle, because I think this one is just a little bit not realistic, because Google wanted me to put headlines that is like only related to the keyword side. Well, the keywords that I use is usually just like villa management, property management. But if I use it as a headline, then the headline will not be creative enough, will not be catchy enough. So this is like the issue that I'm still trying to fix right now. But the one that is actually like really close to branding, I think, is the discussion that I put at the very bottom. So that is like a mock. So what you see there is like a mock up or like a prototype of the manage my property website. That is like new segment or new content that I want to add because I want to flex basically our credibility on Airbnb. So I think Mr. Ching said that this is already pretty good. Like this is a good start, but I think this is like very planned. This should be improved. So maybe I need ideas from you guys on what should I add to this website page.
Okay, noted. So basically, on the upper section on the you telling about the technical stuff about the Google Ads, how to run a Google Ads, and how do and don'ts about Google Ads, right? The tips about the Google Ads. Okay, but now you show to us, especially on the website, on the Manage My Property, you will have some section that show our social proof, right? To make audience lebih percaya sama kita. How we convince better to audience. So you show about the numbers here, and then you asking the opinion about this stuff, right? Okay. Not that. Do we have Khaira? Okay. Okay. I think about the numbers. Kalau pembulatan itu kok rasanya kok kurang terpercaya ya. Entah aku aja atau entah gimana ya. Aku melihat iklan-iklan di baliho-baliho gitu, iklannya ajaib. If you guys notice, baliho gede itu pasti ada angka detailnya. 2.346.562 pengguna baru telah mendownload aplikasi ajaib. Nah, this is for example. Jadi kayak benar-benar detail angka gitu loh sampai digit terakhir. So I think that's bisa mempengaruhi Garrett instead of just 000 gitu. And then I will give some ya. Okay. Everyone feel free to give opinion as well on the sticky note. Okay. Yes. All this. Yeah. Okay. Okay.
Okay, maybe I want to address Jesslyn's comment. Okay, yeah, then this is just a mock-up, Jesslyn. So like the numbers that I use are the ones that I see from the descriptions of our Airbnb account. I would like to update the numbers to the latest one. That is actually the issue that I have because previously in my consideration in creating this content, I want the numbers to be updated continuously, but then I do not know how. That is I think that is very very programming intensive. That is not my part. But I think we can always use the latest one. Where can I where can I access the numbers?
Numbers about?
Yeah, everything, Kak. Like the property. I think property. I think we have in bigger, but
yeah.
there's combined reviews.
Okay.
Okay.
Kontak Cinta. Garrett.
Cinta. Okay.
Yeah, she has everything. 47.000 combined review with I don't know 90% positif. Kan nggak semua review kita positif semua. So we have to be some realistic. I don't know. Positif. With
daripada positif mungkin bilangnya 5 star-nya, Mas.
Oh iya, masuk akal.
5 star?
Misalnya berapa? Karena kalau positif kan 4 itu positif, 5 itu positif karena ada di atas 3 gitu kan. Tapi kalau 5 kan max pol gitu kan.
Very smart. Yes, 5 star with 80% with 80% with 90% 5 stars review. Yoi, betul. Pinter. Review, okay. And then the last one is cash ya. Cash mah udah. I don't know. This is just blah blah blah. Happy cash. Satisfied cash.
Nah, yeah, about that one. Previously, I also want to add that text like 40,000 plus satisfied guests, but then I cannot make sure that if all the guests are satisfied. That is why I just wanted that.
I think it's fine, Garrett. No
It's fine,
one. no one will do detailed inspection to our company, right? So nggak ada yang
Okay.
tahu juga gitu.
Yeah. Noted.
Yeah. Okay. For me, doesn't look boring. Looks the point and concise. The colors looks boring. No highlight. Okay. Interesting from Reza. The colors looks boring and no highlight. Okay. Over to Reza. What things you want to make it highlight, Reza? Bagian mana?
I think not only the colors sih. Kayak
Okay.
I mean we can play with capital or anything else.
Okay.
Karena kalau aku lihat kayak aku buka gitu Mas. Kalau kita buka apa sih page gitu, kayak kita pengen tahu nih apa yang di highlight sama perusahaan kayak gitu. Kalau aku ngeliat itu kayak aku cuma baca the numbers don't lie. Tapi kayak aku nggak interested buat baca ke bawahnya gitu.
I see. Interesting point, Reza. Ya. Over to Garrett. Jadi poin mana sih sebenarnya yang pengen kamu tonjolin gitu kan maksudnya kan?
Iya. Juga kalau nggak gitu nanti aku nggak bakal baca yang paling bawahnya itu.
Oh yeah. Makes sense. Okay. I think that is a bigger fundamental issue because like the background, maybe if I can change like the background design, then maybe I can play with some like shapes to accentuate some copyright that I want to point out. Yeah.
Okay. But perhaps from Khaira or from Farhan or Selin have another opinion. This is like general issue, right? That I think everyone can contribute the ideas. Gimana menurut Khaira? If you see some brand that telling about the numbers, what things we should highlight on?
Which one should we highlight? I agree about the font size that the very bottom yang we are one of most trusted itu bisa lebih digedein lagi, and maybe di enter sehingga we upsize certain words to highlight gitu, kata-kata yang keywordsnya yang audience bisa langsung lihat gitu in an instant once you see the page. I think kalau dari fontsnya itu sih, kalau dari kalimat infonya itu.
Okay.
But I did add some opinions sih Kak di atas itu. I posted the purple one. Do you want me to proceed or?
Okay, that's it. Khaira, thank you. Upsize angkanya juga bisa. Okay, good point, Selin. But things that we can really highlight on is the experience, years of experience. Kita kadang lupa, bukan 12 tahun ya, tapi 10. Kita tuh sudah berdiri 10 tahun lamanya. That's not a small number. We have a 1 decade. Gitu kan? That is supposed to be we proud of gitu. Kita bukan perusahaan yang sembarangan, kita bukan yang kayak kecil-kecil yang baru bangun gitu loh. Kita bukan rintisan lagi, malah kita kayak udah cukup lama gitu loh. Paham nggak sih? Jadi itu semua adalah the big flexing kalau dibilang the biggest experience. Nah, baru di bawahnya bisa di breakdown. Oh, selama 12 tahun ini kita tuh punya 12 Airbnb account, punya 117 properti, sekian ribu review, sekian tamu. Nah, gitu. Tersebar di Jogja, Bali, Penida. Nah, gitu. Jadi kan menurutku sih, from my point of view, the years of experience never lie. That's from my point. Okay, that's it, Garrett. So what is your next action after this, Garrett?
Action after this, improve the copywriting and add all of the suggestions that I found here, and maybe I will try to contact Nadia to add this section.
Okay, good one. And ask Cinta for the if you need exact
number. Okay.
Exact number gitu. Okay,
sure.
Good one.
Thank you.
Nah, thank you, Garrett, for sharing. Nah, but we still have a big blind spot that Mr. Ching just find out about the green one. Okay, all that we have talking about is from our perspective to audience, right? Jadi kan kita tadi bahas di awal tentang Airbnb profile description, Airbnb guide to Google Ads, terus di website itu kan dari perspektif kita. Nah, tapi kita lupa nih bahwasanya kita juga punya ratusan partner, tapi kita belum memikirkan branding di sana. Okay, so that's what Mr. Lee talking about. What does a partner actually see our brand? Okay, what does BVGO looks like? What is the bigger looks like? What is the finance report looks like? That's I think the main reason why Farhan as a financial analyst come to this meeting to learn this one about the branding. So kalian pernah nggak sih mungkin kerja sama vendor gitu, misal sama event organizer atau sama vendor apa, kan pasti setiap vendor, setiap perusahaan tuh pasti kalau ngasih sesuatu, entah itu report, entah itu souvenir kan pasti ada ciri khasnya gitu loh. Oke, bahkan aku dulu sempat kerja freelance di event organizer. Nah, itu tuh ketika aku menerima slip pembayaran upah gitu, itu kan pasti mereka ada ininya, ada signature-nya gitu loh. Oh, ini dari perusahaan event organizer A, ada slip-nya kayak gini, ada hiasan-hiasannya, ada logo-logonya, nah gitu. Nah, kalau punya kita tuh gimana nih? Apakah kita cuma nge-share spreadsheet aja? Apakah kita cuma nge-share HVS putih, terus tabel-tabel angka, terus kasih cap logo Bukit Vista gitu aja? Nah, kan itu justru yang paling diinginkan oleh owner, ya nggak sih? Paling dinantikan sama partner kita about financial reports looks like. Jadi, apakah mau hitam putih aja? Kan ya masa sih udah 10 tahun berdiri masa kita kayak boring banget ngasih laporan aja masih kayak gitu. Nah, itu salah satu contohnya. Terus juga how way we communication on the WhatsApp group gitu. Jadi coba dibandingkan dengan big brand gitu kan. Itu kan pasti ada signature-nya gitu loh kalau ngomong gimana. Even on the profile picture as detailed as that. So this is still a blind spot that we have. We doesn't have a clear picture or clear user touch point of our branding. Itu kita masih missing di sana. Kita selalu memikirkan dari our perspektif. Oh, oke, kalau kita mau bikin iklan nanti copywriting-nya gini-gini, headline-nya gini-gini. Terus kalau kita mau bikin Airbnb listing, oh harusnya title-nya gini-gini. Nah, tapi kita kayak lupa yang other user gitu. Any opinion on this one, everyone? Perhaps a quick question deh, since it is related to partners and then a little bit mentioning about finance report. Perhaps can I have an opinion from Farhan? Okay, Farhan, have you thinking about this one? Jadi kalau ngasih report itu tuh kamu pernah ada kepikiran ide nggak gitu? Ngasih report ke partner gitu?
Yeah, I think if we want to create some reports to our partner or to our other stakeholder, we should, the first one, we must create our report really understandable.
Okay.
It's really mudah untuk dibaca, untuk mudah dimengerti, dan tentunya ngebuat report kita semenarik mungkin sih. Jadi maksudnya boring lah. Maybe something like that. So I agree also with your statement before, your opinion.
Jadi misal financial report tuh bisa dibikin kayak tabel gitu kan. Oh, tabel kalau bulan Juni itu revenue-nya bagus pakai warna hijau. Oh, bulan selanjutnya belum achieve target, warnanya orange. Gitu-gitu nggak sih?
Ya maybe itu seperti data visualization berarti kali ya Kak. Berarti ya mencoba membikin seperti chart gitu yang menarik
Iya, pakai chart,
penurunan
pakai apa.
penurunan dan perkembangan
Ya,
tadi.
pakai warna-warna juga kan biar menarik dan mudah dipahami juga kan instead of kayak apa spreadsheet kotak-kotak hitam putih biasa gitu kan kurang menarik gitu loh. We still doesn't have a quite good branding in there. Perhaps Farhan, it is your opportunity to develop our brand for financial report. This is one of your opportunity berarti Farhan. Nanti bisa di follow up sama David. Gimana sih biasanya David bikin laporan itu?
Oke.
Nah, itu Jesselyn juga kasih. We have a template like a proposal. Nah, di Canva ya. Nah, okay, good. We have the tools then. So we just need to develop it. Okay. Right. This is still a long journey, but once again, I really hope that we can start think about this right now. Kayak hal simple kecil gitu, kita mulai memikirkan gitu loh. Kayak, ya gitu. Okay, the last one. Sorry, we only have left 5 minutes. Just brief explanation, Aira. Nah ini apa ya? Reza ngomong apa? Reza, yes, we are not government company. Nah, we should give a report like fun as our mission and inspire like gitu loh, gak cuma kayak laporan apa pemerintahan gitu, Reza ya. Oke, anak ekonomi banget ya. Mantap. Oke, back to Haira. What you got here?
Ini topik yang cukup ringan, kakak-kakak. It's just a event press release, and I want your feedback on this. You don't have to read it all. You just have to read it sekilas. And one thing that I challenged with was I don't really master the topic, especially in hospitality industry. So when I have to do a press release, I rely on what I understand from listening to the speakers ketika webinar. Since the slides juga kan biasanya memang slides yang seharusnya itu kan contains short sentences gitu kan ya Kak. Jadi I really have to rely on my own understandings. So aku agak ragu when I have to do a press release. What do you think aja sih sekilas dari apa yang aku tulis? Apakah berantakan? And I also think, or maybe I should just do simple method 5W1H gitu biar lebih gampang.
Oke, thank you, Haira. Ya.
Karena kalau aku ngelihat dari previous press release, it's really just like a summary from start till the end of the event gitu, materinya, and nggak ada not a specific method gitu. Dan menurut aku itu agak benar-benar mengandalkan pemahaman kita sendiri.
Okay, good point, Kaira. Let's go to Garrett.
Okay, Kaira. I'm here to comment about your the layout ya, not about the content, because the content I think it can be discussed later on, but like the way you use WordPress, I think it still can be improved. Like, for example, your pictures, try to align it in the center, yeah, because I don't know, I think it's more easier to be look at if you like it to the center. And when you like divide paragraphs, like for example in the second picture, yeah, like how is that, and then like how what does Bukit Vista actually do, and how itu kan kayak H2 kayak description. There is a feature kok in WordPress when you can make the text a bit bigger and bolder so that like the readers know what they're reading, not just like in the paragraph. So try to separate the paragraphs that like the readers can decide what to read first and then like understand the content better, I think.
Okay, Garrett, good point there. Another opinion, perhaps from I don't know, Shalin. Do you have another point of view, perhaps?
Press release ya. Press release is like from my understanding is more like the summary gitu kan ya, like of the event. Jadi kayak nggak mesti as detailed as possible. Yang penting inti-intinya aja sih. At some point
kayak apa aja yang diomongin sama eventnya gitu-gitu. I think it's great that you also put like some snippets dari eventnya itu sendiri, kayak misalnya dari slides-nya, dari kayak eventnya when it's kayak dan gitu kan. I think that's pretty good. Cuma mungkin yang lacking itu adalah backlink, I would say. Biasanya press release itu kita utilize dengan backlink. Jadi kayak misalnya backlink mungkin ke /jobs atau enggak mungkin ke manage my property gitu-gitu kan. So this is kayak indirectly will give impact to our SEO gitu. Jadi di bagian situ yang agak lacking kalau dari yang ini.
Good point.
Right. Okay. I agree. Okay. I will do that for the next press release since this is my first. I was a bit gaptek juga sih Kak with WordPress. If you see at the bottom of the board, I also attached few screenshots. Those are screenshots of why if I search press release Bukit Vista, it doesn't my recent press release about CDCUI itu nggak muncul, even when I put keyword of CDCUI, and I don't know why itu nggak muncul, sedangkan misalkan aku cari press release yang sudah ada di blog kita itu langsung muncul gitu di paling atas, apalagi kalau we mention the keywords gitu. Even in screenshot paling bawah, di mana aku udah di sectionnya bukitvista.com blog, itu pun nggak muncul gitu bagian aku gitu. So is it this purely technical matters yang aku masih gaptek or?
Ya, ini kayak aku coba cari di Google ya, press release CDCUI dan Bukit Vista.
It doesn't show it, right? Yeah. So it's really confusing, and I wonder if it's on technical matters.
Okay, Garrett, do you have any opinion on that about SEO stuff?
Not for now, not yet. I think I need to pay attention.
Okay. Khaira, please take a note. Okay, point number 1. Just like Shelin share backlink. Jadi misal nih, ini simpel sih. CDC Career Development Center Universitas Indonesia. Itu kamu cari aja link officialnya. Oke, ini ya, aku cari ya di Google. CDCUI.ac.id. Oke. Nah, linknya ini kamu anchor ke teksnya di sini. Nah, paham? Ini di hyperlink gitu. Paham kan? Nah, itu backlink. Oke. Jadi orang tuh kalau baca artikelmu itu juga bisa dengan mudah lari ke sana. Dan begitu juga sebaliknya. Kamu minta tolong mereka dari teman-teman UI buat bikin press release ini juga supaya biar otomatis kan websitenya UI kan gede banget, banyak banget trafficnya, biar mereka yang pembaca mereka itu lari ke websitenya Bukit Vista. Itu namanya backlinking ya, saling keterkaitan satu sama lain. Terus yang kedua, kalau ini kamu publish blog itu pakai foto profil. Ya kalau bisa wajah gitu supaya kredibel, nggak cuma ini juga. Nah, boleh minta mereka post juga. Nah, itu. 2, profil. Terus 3, masih relate ke backlinking. Ketika kamu mention Mr. Bayu Setiawan, Mr. Jing, attach aja LinkedIn mereka di sini. Nah, kan gitu juga. Jadi orang ketika membaca ini, oh siapa sih Bayu itu? Nah, mereka bisa dengan mudah mengklik masuk LinkedIn-nya Mas Bayu. Gitu. Terus what else? Terus, nah sama juga heads on to apply direct our job landing page. Nah, ini di anchor juga, di hyperlink ke website kita, bukitvista.com/job. Ini nggak berlaku untuk your next article, but this supposed to be revised, edit ininya. Jadi jangan nunggu next article, tapi mulai diperbaiki dari sini. And then, like just Garrett said, di interface ya, Garrett ya. Jadi ini tuh kayak terlalu
Yap.
lebar, terlalu kecil gitu. Bandingin kalau kamu baca medium. Udah pernah baca medium belum? Medium ya. Nah, wah Kak W anak ngopi sering lah baca medium ya. Nah
Anak
ini.
senja.
Nah ini contoh ya. Nah medium ini kan platform untuk kita baca ringan. Nah jadi ikut coba interface-nya ini kan cuma pendek-pendek dan nyaman buat dibaca. Nah, coba kamu bisa cari tahu atau diskusi sama Nadia. I believe Garrett juga ini kan lagi discuss tentang project ini juga toh sama Nadia buat memadatkan itu nggak sih?
Iya, last time aku sudah mention dia di mana itu di di Slack what is it? Ya itulah, but yes, this doesn't respond itu.
Okay, that's it. Khaira, any objection? Do you want to respond?
No objections. I completely agree with Kakak all of your opinions. I also want to comment on Kak Jesslyn feedback. I really agree. I get easily get carried away with sentences and jadinya yang harusnya bisa satu kalimat aku jadikan 3 kalimat gitu. And it looks like a report gitu memang.
Okay, good one. This is not essay, Khaira. This is press release. Ya. So try to learn between public relation and a student. Nah, kan begitu. Beda ya.
About the method 5W1H, it's kurang tepat ya. It's not interesting to look at when you use like what is the topic about and then how it's just not
For me, I think it's good because when you make a press release, it means that you share the information, right? So you need to highlight the main point. Tapi yang penting-penting aja, makanya ada 5W1H. I think it's fine. Ya namanya juga press release kan membagi berita gitu kan. Okay. The title I think is a bit too long, Khaira. Just make it a bit short. Press release. Mungkin malah nggak perlu press release itu sih. Transforming Indonesia Hospitality at the time with CDC UE industri gitu. Kayak nggak perlu panjang kan. Okay, I think that's it, everyone. Sorry for overtime 8 minutes, but I'd like to ask quick question to perhaps to Shelin. What is insight you got, Shelin?
Wah, oke. Nggak nyangka ditanyain, but okay. Interesting actually. Jadi kayak everything is well prepared sih. I mean like everything is there like before the meeting. Baru pas meetingnya tinggal langsung dibahas gitu kan ya sampai. And also kan yang di sini yang ngelit ya nih kan. As the chair you are like basically aware of every single thing like that is happening. Like I mean in each one of the squads. Mungkin karena preparation-nya udah oke dari awal and then tinggal langsung diarah-arahin aja kan ya sebenarnya. So preparation-nya is well done and you already got the context so that you can deliver it like better gitu lah, like during meetings udah tahu mana siapa and then so overall this is actually really great workshop ya, especially in this case.
Okay, thank you Shelin for the input. Siapa tadi sekretarisnya? Jesslyn atau Garrett?
Jesslyn.
Oh, Jesslyn. Jesslyn. Yo, sorry. Tadi nulisnya di branding Koda ya?
Already written, Mas.
Oke. Mantap. Ya. Siap. Oke, thank you everyone. Tetap
hilang suaranya.
Muted Kak, but bye-bye, have a nice day.
Iya, bye-bye, have a nice day. Tetap semangat.
Thank you everyone.
Semangat.
Bye.
Bye.